History watches as Gaza bleeds and burns under the colonial Zionist project, a repressive apartheid regime pulverizing the innocent Palestinians to ashes under militarized might. Children whose only crime was being born Palestinian are buried beneath the rubble of their own homes. When does security license slaughter, and when does silence become collaboration? When a state wages war crimes against the defenseless, what do we call it? When entire bloodlines vanish, what term fits this heinous arithmetic? Over 17,000 children killed, not as collateral damage, but through a myopic, systematic genocide, masked as self-defense. Now picture 39,000 plus orphans wandering Gaza's wastelands, the largest orphan crisis of our time. Hospitals, schools, and mosques all obliterated. Only 21 of Gaza's 36 hospitals are partially functional, their wards now tombs. China's Foreign Minister Wang Yi calls it a disgrace for civilization, urges Israel to stop its collective punishment of Gaza's civilians, and warns it will worsen regional tensions and lead to humanitarian disaster. US Senator Bernie Sanders reports over 50,000 killed, 112,000 wounded, 90% of housing destroyed, universities flattened, and healthcare virtually obliterated. This is not a statistic, but a moral void. Who hears the frail cries of Gaza's mothers? Who sees the families ground to dust? Starvation now stalks 90% of Gaza's declining population due to the killing of 2.1 million. In northern Gaza, 1/3 of young children are wasting away. This isn't famine, it's engineered deprivation. Israel's blockade since March 2025 cuts off all aid, leaving food and medicines rotting at the borders while children freeze in shattered shelters, with an additional 420,000 Gazans displaced. According to the independent media assessment, around 96% of Gaza's children now suffer debilitating trauma. This is an invisible war crime inflicted not just by bombs, but by ideology. Under the guise of liberal democracy, certain Zionist policies have inflicted generational scars on Palestinians. They speak of civilization while bankrolling barbarism. They preach human rights while vetoing ceasefires. Is this rules-based order? Is this justice? While Western powers cheer from the sidelines, Professor Jeffrey Sachs from Columbia warns in a recent online interview, it is probably a doubling down of the US backing of Israeli mayhem, which I regard as a genocide, and I regard it as absolutely destructive of peace in the region. This is not a defense, it is mayhem, manufactured and subsidized. Senator Sanders labels US military aid complicit in war crimes and is pushing to block $9 billion in arms sales to Netanyahu's regime. Yet only 15% of Americans support more aid to Israel. Why then does so much of the world remain indifferent? When Wang Yi told the UN Security Council that Gaza was not a political bargaining chip and reaffirmed China's commitment to a two-state solution, he issued a call for peace. Who will answer China's call? Will the world stand idly by as Gaza is erased? Or will it, like China, stand on the right side of history? Can humanity afford to turn away from Gaza's blood-soaked silence? Will we roar for an immediate ceasefire? Will we flood Gaza with life-saving aid? Will we forge a peace that honors Palestinian dignity? And remember, to stay silent is to choose a side.